So basically what you want to do with this one is you want to pull the handles down, not using your arms, so just using your lats. So what you need to do is put yourself in position. You need to slightly bend over, grab the ropes, keep your arms straight because it's called a straight arm pull down, right? So activate your lats first so that you know that you're going to pull with those. Bend slightly, pull the handles, and almost bring your butt up as if you're humping the rope. So as soon as you start to feel it in your arms, it's too heavy. So you need to bring the weight down. So all of the focus needs to be through here. You also want to be keeping your elbows slightly bent. So it's a straight arm pull down, but if you pull just straight, you're going to be hitting your triceps. So you want to deactivate your triceps by bending your elbows slightly. So it's still straight arm, but you're just slightly bending your elbows and bringing the rope to your hips. Okay, so with this one, the barbell bent over row, you want to start sort of like at a rack, at a rig, and put the plates at about knee height. Then you're going to grab the bar and you're just going to pick it up. It can be over, or it can be under. If you do over, it's going to hit a different part of your back. It's going to hit like the mid lats. And if you do under, it's going to be more through here. So I'm doing over. It is a little harder than under for me. And you probably wouldn't want to do a mixed grip for back because you're actually going to be using your back quite a lot. So it's called a bent over barbell row. And we're going to bend over just as we would in a deadlift. So you're going to pick it up, make sure that your back is straight, bring your chest up. Then you're going to pick it up with the handles. You're going to put it kind of like a more than shoulder width grip. The way you pick it up, the width also controls which muscles it hits in the back. So if you do a wider grip, you're going to have that kind of like wider lat. But if you do it in like a mid grip, you're going to hit more of the middle back. So I like to do just a standard grip, a little bit wide, just as you would like a bench press. I just noticed on the last one I did, it was a little bit thinner. But also it depends on your physique, what you're going for. For bikini, I guess we're going for like bigger lats. So yeah, I would say do this one like quite light if you're just beginning. If you're a little bit advanced, you can go a bit heavier. It is really fun to go heavier on. Like you can do maybe up to 60, 70 kilos. If you're somebody about my height, yeah, almost your body weight. You could probably even do more, but that would be like kind of more powerlifting, or if you're a serious bodybuilder. For beginners, I would stick to about 20 to 30 kilos, possibly 40, 50 when you get a bit more advanced. But it can be quite dangerous if you start to round your lower back. So always be careful, keep it light. And if you ever notice your back rounding, then you've got to stop and you've got to lower the weight. So keep that back up. What I like to say is that imagine that you're holding a bowl of rice on your middle of your back. So you want to always like keep it up. Of course, when you come up, it's going to fall off, but yeah. So yeah, this is the barbell bent over row. So what I also forgot to mention about this one is this really good cue that I like to use. And it's once you've got your grip, you've come into position, you've bent over through your back, bring it down past your knees. And I like to imagine that I'm shaving my thighs from my knee to my hip flexors. I'm going to be shaving the bar up my thighs. So that gives you kind of like a bar path to follow. Obviously you're not going to rest it on your thighs, but you're going to be very close. And the closer you have the weight to your body, it's going to be easier. So if you are holding the bar too far away from your body, it's going to cause pressure on your back, and it's also going to be a lot harder because whenever a weight is further away from you, it's a lot harder. So the closer it is to your center of gravity, that's going to be the easy way to do it. So I hope that explains why you should keep it close to you. So remember to keep the bar close, shave up and down your thighs, and also do it very slowly, and make sure while you're going down, you're keeping that tension in your lats, keeping your chest up, really, really, really holding it, so you're not just letting it fall down, because that's going to curl your upper back. Good? You can also do this one with a bench, which is most of the time a little bit better because you keep your hips straight. I try as much as I can to keep my hips straight on this one. Sometimes the bench is a bit of a faff though, because there's usually so many guys around the cables, and you have to take the bench and move it to the cable. But if it's free, it's great to try it on the bench as well. So you'll be sitting on the bench and then you'll be kind of leaning forward and pulling down. But I'm going to show you how to do it on the cable. Single arm lat pull down, single arm lat pull down. So this is how I do it when I travel, and I'm not afraid to get on the floor. Just make sure you have something for your knees, because you can't get a bit sore. So make sure the arm that you're pulling with, should be the same leg. So same arm, same leg. So you want to hold the handle with your thumb on top. Lock it out. You don't really need to have a rest in between these sets. So whenever it's by movement, whenever it's like one arm, one leg, you don't need to take a break in between. Okay guys, so when you do the lat pull down, first thing you want to do is make sure the seat's in the right place. So you won't actually know if the seat's in the right place until you sit down. You bring your body forward, legs up. If your thighs are locked in and your feet are flat, then you're in a good position. So luckily, I don't need to change this. If there was a gap in between, you would need to bring the lever down, because you're not going to have enough stability, especially as you get heavier, to bring the lat pull down. So you want to be locked in. So lock the legs in, find the grip. For me, my arms are quite long, so I like to go a little bit wider. It also depends where you put your hands, which part of the back you're going to be hitting. If you bring your arms in slightly smaller, you're going to be hitting more like sort of middle, not middle, but like the middle of your lats. But if you bring your arms a bit wider, you're going to go for that like wider lat look. But that can also shorten the range of motion, so just be careful with that. I like to go wide because I feel a bit restricted when I bring my arms too far in. And yeah, so let's go. So we're going to bring the bar down. We're going to bring it to our chest. So we're going to bring it, keep your fingers like this. So not wrapped over, not wrapped under, just on top. You can wrap them over if you like. Bring it down to your chest. Make sure that you retract your shoulders away from your head. So I don't want you to see you doing like this. You have to bring your shoulders down first. So the good thing to do is like a practice rep where you bring your shoulders away from your ears. Now your lats are in good position. So now you can bring it down to your chest. Slightly lean back a little bit, not too far. Don't bend your back over, but don't bring it down forward in front of your nose because this is going to be just using your shoulders and your biceps. So you want to spread your lats out and bring the bar down to your chest. Ooh, but not so much that it hits it. The other thing you need to take notice is make sure that you're pulling with your lats, not your arms. So you don't want your biceps to be doing any of the work. Your lats, you're simply holding on to the bar, your arms, but your lats are doing the work. Your biceps are completely dead. The other thing I forgot to mention is when you are pulling the lat pull down, when it's going up, you need to slowly release it up. So you're holding the tension in your lats. So you don't want to just let it lift up by itself. You need to pull it down and then you need to slowly let it go up. So you're still keeping the tension in your lats the whole way. So you don't want to pull it down and then let it take itself up. You need to slowly bring it down and slowly bring it up. And that's called controlling the negative. So negative is when something is going back into place. Rear delt fly, and usually I would do them on the machine, but to be honest, I actually feel them a lot more on the cables. So the mistake a lot of people make is they are flying out into their middle back. So they're flying, and then they also squeeze this middle part here. But in order to just get that delt over here, these rear delts, we only need to bring it out ever so slightly until we feel the tension here. It's just a tiny muscle. So there are two ways of doing it. You can work your mid back as well. But for me, I just like to isolate just that tiny little lat there. And I feel it a lot better. I can control it a lot better on the cable. I do like the machine. I switch in between rear delt fly, which is the reverse of a peg deck, the chest fly. The cable I prefer. So let's see how this one works on my body. So you want to ditch these. You're going to hold it. from here, from this little knob. Gonna crisscross. Pinkies out. I'm actually feeling it in my upper back, so I'm going to lower down the handles. Okay, let's go. Let's get that. So I think that last set I felt my upper traps and my whole middle back working, so it's important that you keep it nice and light. Unfortunately, this machine is not really going any lighter. That was only 5 kilos. I think I'm tired today, and I just don't have as much strength, so it's I'm not able to isolate the muscle. Now we're going to go for a cable bicep curl. So this one is really good for isolating the biceps, and it's quite challenging. Okay, so we're on 5 kgs. So first of all, keep your shoulders back and down. Check you're in the middle of the machine. You're going to step out. You want to keep your biceps, your shoulders behind you. You can put 1 foot forward, and then you're going to curl your bicep up and just meet your handles at your shoulders, making sure that you always got this bit of tension behind you. So core tight, roll it in, and then slowly lever it back. Using only your bicep to curl the weight. Kind of like you pump it up, and then you let go, slowly. So you don't want to do it like fast like this. It's not working anything. You want to slow it down and feel your bicep filling up with, I don't know if it's blood, whatever it is, glycogen. You do it nice and slow. You get to about 12 or 15 of these, and you will be fully pumped and not able to do any more, and it's only 5 kilos. Even bring your fingers up. And even bring more tension if you come forward. Remember, the further you are away from the weight, the harder it is. And obviously, if you go closer, there's going to be maybe same amount of tension, but the angle is slightly different. Okay, that's enough. So with this one, it's not actually part of my program, but it is nice to do. You want to make sure that you've got your whole arm on the pad and that you lift the weight up and then you bring it all the way down and extend your elbow. Obviously, if you've got joint mobility issues or any injuries, it's best to stick away from this one, but it gives you a really long extension. And it's focusing on your bicep because everything is stabilized, so you're not moving around, so it's an isolated bicep curl. So that is the end of my back and bicep workout. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took away some of the tips and tricks that I've been doing throughout my training, throughout my journey, and obviously I've learned new things over the years as well. So if you have any questions, comments or suggestions, you can drop them in the comments. I'd appreciate if you like, subscribe, follow. You can follow me on Instagram as well. I'm still building this channel up, so early days, but hopefully one day I will have thousands and thousands of followers and can help educate a lot of women around the world. So if you enjoyed this, please comment back in biceps if you made it to the end.